Hey, what's going on? This is Sports Vibes TV. I'm your host, Quis, and right now, the rumor mill is getting real crazy. Originally, they were reporting that the Knicks were in talks with the Pelicans to acquire Lonzo, but one major hiccup was trying to find a third team to take Eric Bledsoe's contract. And now, we're getting halfway through the day, or we're getting through the day, and the reports are changing. They're saying the Knicks would be willing to trade for Eric Bledsoe, keep him, as long as the New Orleans Pelicans attach the first round pick. And I can kind of understand where the Knicks might see that as a positive. You know, Eric Bledsoe, there's a lot to be said about his contract being a monstrosity, but he's owed $18 million next year. And then the following year, it's only $3 million guaranteed. So you can kind of look at it as a 1-year deal. You're going to have to pay him $18 million. And then the following year, you can get rid of him for $3 million. And the Knicks have been paying Joakim Noah $6 million for the last 2 years, if I'm not mistaken, 2-3 years. And we still have ample cap space right now. So you can understand where the Knicks might be saying, all right, we're a team where we need a lot because we have a lot of holes on this team. So to get more draft picks, it allows us more flexibility. But my thing is, I don't want Eric Bledsoe's $18 million on the cap next season. I think next season is going to be a transformative offseason for the Knicks. It's going to be the first time that we're going to have three things: a lot of cap space, a lot of draft picks, and some respect around the league. And I think if we are able to go into that offseason with that kind of mix, I think the Knicks can turn around and be very dangerous come next season, whether that be through free agency, whether that be through the draft. I think the Knicks are finally in a position where we can hit free agency, we can hit the offseason and have confidence that we can make the moves that need to be made in order to make this team a contender. I don't think Eric Bledsoe on our salary cap is going to be beneficial in that regard, because look at the team. You know, not only will it not be beneficial in a transformative offseason, if we go for Eric Bledsoe, to me, that means we're not going to address point guard next offseason. Because if you look at the roster, we traded a second round for Derrick Rose. I'm assuming we're going to re-sign Derrick Rose, so there's our backup point guard. You've got Bledsoe. I would assume he's going to start with paying him $16 million. So what are we going to do to address point guard? Are you telling me we're going to use a late pick on a point guard and have them sit on the end of the bench and not really get some NBA experience? Are we going to have to send them down to the G League and then have to bring them up sometime throughout this season? I just don't think Eric Bledsoe is going to put us in the right direction. Yes, point guard needs to be addressed, but I don't think point guard needs to be addressed by a stopgap like an Eric Bledsoe. We need to go out next offseason or even this trade deadline and finally figure out who our point guard is going to be. This team has gone way too long without a legitimate starting point guard, and this offseason, this trade deadline has to be the one in which the Knicks address it. So let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Do you agree with the Knicks pursuing Eric Bledsoe if we're going to get the first round pick? I mean, that makes sense to me, but like I said, I think this offseason is supposed to be transformative, and I don't want Eric Bledsoe holding us back. Once again, I'm Quis, host of Sports Vibes TV, and I'm out.